Hello, Serge here from the back porch. We have a good comment from Bill Gromer, and he says, I'm 67 years old and have never been higher than a 6 handicap. Won several club championships, etc. When I was about 10 years old, an old man, younger than what he is now, told me I needed better tempo. He would hum the Blue Danube Waltz while I swung. Everyone for 50 years say they play better when they play with me because they think about my tempo. Every time I play golf or practice, I hum this song in my head. It helps me relax and slow down. It's the only lesson I ever had. I love your tips and suggestions. Thanks. Well, I think that's good. Now, number one, if you're going to hum a song, and another thing you could probably do is develop some type of count. Like normally one would be from takeaway to the top. You could go like 1, 2, 3 would be your impact. And so you memorize that speed at which you say it, and boom, if you hit a ball at impact when you say 3, you know you're staying on tempo. Those things are good if they work for you. Again, I've always made comments that when I play golf, I don't look at anyone else's swing when I'm playing golf, especially when I'm playing to try to shoot a score, and especially in a tournament, because I don't want to see somebody with a different tempo than me, which could mess up mine, whether it be too slow for me or too fast for me. And naturally, if they have for lack of a better way of saying it, an ugly swing like super rotational, long or whatever, reverse tilt, reverse tilting or reverse weight, whatever, taking big chunky divots, I don't want to see it. I might be looking at them, but I'm not looking at them swing. I'm looking at where their ball is to watch where it goes, because as a player with somebody, you have a responsibility, especially if you're keeping score, whether it be for just a friendly round and especially in a tournament. You have to see where their ball goes and help them look for it, or help them determine where it crossed the line of a hazard or whatever. So you need to be watching that. So if those things work for you, fine. Singing is good. Again, for me personally, I don't use singing at all, and I don't use counts very often. Maybe on a practice tee, but I don't usually do it when I play, and especially in a tournament. And notice I keep saying especially in a tournament, because playing every day is one thing, but tournaments are a whole different story. There are plenty of golfers who can play good practice rounds and play good regular rounds, but when the tournament comes in, the tempo and timing changes. So maybe one of these things will help you, because again, tournaments are a whole different ball game. That's when the gun's to your head and it's cocked and it's ready to shoot if you don't play well. So many players have to learn how to play in tournaments. So as I said, the tempo songs are good, the tempo counts are good. Me personally, again, with a tournament, many times when I'm driving to a tournament, I won't even have the radio on with music, because I find that sometimes a song will stick in my mind. Maybe it's one of them I heard, or the last one, and I'm walking down a fairway and I see myself humming it or singing it, but that's not helping my golf swing. And I find that in tournaments when I play, I tend to be more quiet, and especially when I'm approaching my ball and doing my stats to figure out what the yardage is and what I want to sing and what I want to do. I don't want to be humming or singing or whatever, because I find that it's too much noise in my mind, and I think better and I make better decisions when my mind is quiet and calm. So again, you have to figure out all these things for you, but if they work for you, so be it. I'll even go one step further. I can't chew gum when I play golf. And I know most people who chew gum tend to stop chewing when they're finally standing over the ball. Just like, do we breathe in or do we breathe out while we're hitting? I don't know about you, but I don't breathe. I take my breath and I let it out and I just swing. And the swing's only what, a second and a half. We all can hold our breath for that long, but I don't think that most golfers are breathing. It's sort of like an athlete, with like the pitcher or somebody making a tennis serve. They usually breathe out because that relaxes all the muscles in the body, and now whatever you firm up as your athletically readiness is much more likely to stay what it is and be under control, and that you can feel it better. So all of these things about nuances that you can pick up to make better swings and hit better shots, try them all and see what works for you. See what you like, see what you don't like. Maybe none of them work, and it's just that you have to get a good picture in your mind of your tempo and your timing to swing and hit the ball better. But this was a good point from Bill about humming, and it certainly worked for him. He's been never higher than a 6 handicap. He's been playing since he's 10 years old. He's 67, so that means he's been playing at least 57 years. So, Bill, keep on humming, and keep humming that Danube Waltz. And for all of you, find your song if humming works, or a count 1, 2, 3 count or whatever it is you want. And in many cases, if that works on your long game, it'll definitely work on your chipping and pitching, and especially putting. And 1, 2, 3 is good on putting, because boy, that's really where the pressure comes in. We have to make a 3-footer, and that's where we start, really getting fast. Because anxiety breeds tension, and tension breeds speed. And so if these things keep your anxiety back and keep it down and keep it under control and keep you calm and relaxed, but yet athletically ready, then do them. Because whatever can help you play better, and it works to help you shoot lower scores, then go ahead and do it. Well, that's it for the search for today, and I'll be talking to y'all again soon.